Welcome back to the Black Evolution, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy Davin Daniel up in the building. I got a very special guest. She's a wise mentor. She's a leader. She's the Grand Elder. Give it up for Grand Elder Robinson. How you doing, sister?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So we got a very serious topic. We're gonna talk about Kyrie Irving and the post he made, and let's get into it. It's the Black Evolution, Season 4. Okay, let's get into it. So before we get into it, Grand Elder, I just want to give a quick tribute to Takeoff. He was recently killed and more like assassinated, in my opinion, after seeing that video. Especially with the people he was with. It was just ridiculous. And I just want to give condolences to the family.
It really, and I liked some of what they were doing. I remember when they first started, Tyler was up here, and I'd go pick up his auntie from her job, and that's the first thing would be on the radio, and I loved it. I don't know, not just because they were from Atlanta, but I just happened to like what they were doing then. So good to the family. Condolences from one of their older fans. Okay.
Yep.
So anyway, we can move on from there. So lead me in the direction that you want me to go.
Yep. So before we get into it, we're gonna talk about Kyrie Irving and the post he made with the Hebrews to Negroes, and now there's controversy. Now they suspended him and stuff, and oh boy, it's a mess over there. So what are your thoughts on Kyrie Irving and the post he made and the comments he's saying?
Okay. Some of the comments, I really didn't pay too much attention to some of the comments he made. The thing is that I think sometimes you need to leave stuff alone. First of all, I understand if you never read the book, and I just read a little bit of it because it really, it's nothing that has not been said before. And some of the people I've met have been, going to Israel to meet up with their forebears or their ancestors. And I used to tell them, I don't think that's a good idea. I know people that did this, following in the footsteps that I'm going to find my people. And they went to Israel and they turned them around. When they got to the door of the gate, they turned them around and said, no, you're not able to come into our country. That's something that I knew about. But Kyrie Irving needs to leave stuff alone, because a lot of times he seems that he gets involved in stuff just to keep his name in the forefront. You're playing basketball, you're making good money. You don't need to do all of the things that you do. Do what you do best. Play basketball and leave the politics and the rest of it to the people that are able to do it. That's what I don't like about, actually it is. It's what I don't like about any athlete that does that. Athletes think that they know everything, but they don't. Michael Jordan knew one thing: let me sell these damn sneakers, make some money, and let me move on. He never got involved in the politics of the situation. The issue is that, Kyrie Irving is doing what he thinks he should be doing for the cause. And right now, this is not the cause that he should be focusing on. I could understand it if he was saying, listen, we've got a problem. We need to vote in this country. Democracy is on the line. This is what we need to do. He's pushing democracy back because all he's doing is giving these people something to talk about. He's losing money. You're making money. Don't lose your money. First of all, he's lost his sneaker deal. Nike has suspended whatever they were going to do. They were putting out some, Kyrie Irving's the 8. They will not be launched. They will not be on the market. So that's over. He's lost money on that deal. He's been, suspended for 5 games at $460,000 a game. I added that up. That's a lot of money that I would not want to lose.
Yeah, but Kyrie, I feel like every time we talk about him, he's always doing something controversial and everything. And he claimed, I've still read some of his stuff in the comments, he said, oh, well, I didn't create the documentary, so why y'all getting mad at me? I'm like, well, you took on your time, posted something that you really didn't know fully everything about, and then you posting it, and it's like, oh, well, I'm proud of my heritage, coming from slavery, and, I'm not anti-Semitic, I'm not promoting those views and stuff. Then I'm like, well, if you had just read the documentary, or watched the documentary, and then, seen what's in there, then you would think about posting it. But you just randomly got up there and posted it, and then everybody's saying, "Oh, he's standing up," you know. They trying to break him and stuff, and I'm like,
no, it's not. It's that was one of the things that I said. You know, if you didn't read the book, then how can you get up and talk about what's wrong or saw the film? I didn't see the film, but I remember reading some part of the book, and I just sort of put it down, and it's somewhere around the end house gathering dust, wherever it is. But it wasn't something that I was interested in. A lot of people that are, now this is where I'm going with this, and this, you may have to take this out. A lot of folks don't understand that the man that's signing your check is a Jew. The issue that you have got to understand is you don't control anything. You don't have any money to control anything. You don't own. There's no black group that owns the NFL. They don't own the NBA. You may own a little piece of it like Jordan or somebody, but you don't own that. You got to understand who's in control. Oh, well, the Jews in control. Not necessarily. You have to look at control of money and things that people, you have to look at that from a global point of view. Now, global means that, you know, the guy here in the United States, maybe he's Jewish or whatever, he may not own that. He just may be a front. He might be part of it. But you can't say, oh, well, Jews didn't start anything. The Jews got to this country just like everybody else. They were immigrants.
Yep.
They were trying to flee what was happening to them. You know.
In Germany, yeah, they were trying to flee what's happening in Germany and everything, and over there, what was going on. So they sound a few people, all these conspiracies, all the Jews control it. No, they don't. They don't control nothing.
No, they do not. You know, I have a big book over it. It's world history, and I've been reading that book for years. And if you read history of this country, you will realize that Jews did not control anything. They just barely control what they got over there in Israel. Come on, you know. So, yeah, that's one of the things. You know, but Mr. Irving, he knows exactly what he wants to do. But the thing about it is, before you start making statements, you need to make sure what you're saying is true. Don't start a big law like the ex-president did. Don't start that. And leave it alone. If you don't know anything, leave it alone. Take your paycheck, play your basketball, and move on. And leave it alone.
Yeah.
And I'm sure LeBron James and a lot of them, I'm sure that they have their issues, but they're smart enough to know. Why do I have to get involved? And I'm leaving it alone. Let Kyrie do it. You know what? That's how that works.
Yeah, speaking of LeBron, like, I respect him because he speak on issues that he knows what he's talking about. Whereas other people is like Kyrie, he's speaking on issues that he don't know what he's talking about and everything, and it's just like you don't even know about the documentary. Did you even research the documentary? Did you research who's behind the documentary and everything? Who's creating it? Nah, Hebrews to Negroes. It's for black folks. I'm speaking out for my community. And I'm like, you don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even know what they really saying.
Leave your community out of it. Speak for yourself, brother. Don't speak for me. I can handle my own thing. You handle yours, and I'll take care of mine. That's it. But you know, I guess he understood what he did after the fact. So now he's apologizing all over the world. That is disgraceful. That is like,
yeah, he apologized and everything, and
man.
Yeah, and then you got people. What's this dude's name? It's good. Oh yeah, he called himself FBA. Oh yeah, Tariq Nasheed talking about. See, look what they doing to Kyrie. They trying to take him down and all this stuff.
Listen, they don't have to take him down. He's able to do that on his own time. You know, as my late mother would say, when you have to apologize to the white man for dumb shit that you did. Anyway, my mother would say, look at him now. Now he's shucking and jiving, trying to get out of it. That's what he's doing.
Yep. Yeah, it's too late now. Like, you already, made your statements and stuff and everything. And I feel like he's doing this just basically to generate controversy and everything. Because, or even if you have certain things you want to speak out on, sometimes you got to know when to speak out on and when not to speak out on it and everything.
Exactly.
And
you're a smart brother. I got to give you that.
Yep. Yeah, I know when to speak out. I know when to speak out, when not to speak out. Okay, it's like, hey, some things you can speak out on, some things you can't speak out on at that particular time and everything. and you gotta basically know when to speak out, when to not speak out, because you can't be having people on you and stuff, and then you losing your job because what somebody said and all that, and it's like, nah, you gotta keep it under wraps
Keep it
and
under
stuff.
control, and you do what you have to do. You got to work from the background. And the Kanye West, well, basically, that brother, I feel sorry for him more than anything else. You know, he got
Yeah.
what he deserved, but he deserved it. He deserved exactly what he got. Anybody that he comes out there, I'm a billionaire. Well, he's not a billionaire anymore. He got to go get a job working in Chick-fil-A. That's where he got to go because he got no more money. His billions just disappeared into just like that. They were gone.
Yeah, he's like he came up with all that White Lives Matter T-shirt, and he had Candace Owens on there. It's like,
What do you call it? Candace Coon, bless her heart.
yeah, Candace. I'm like, oh Lord. I'm like, they need to realize that they're tools. Like the people, the folks that you protecting and you caring, they don't care about you. They just want to use you as a tool, and then when they done with you, they're gonna throw you under the bus.
Throw you under the bus. That's exactly what will happen. And I always look at, I understand that. I have black friends. I have white friends. And then I have, and I have some black friends. Oh, no, they right. I'm going, no, they're not right. Let's not go there. I've worked with people like that. My thing is I call them suck-ups.
Yep.
White folks is not right all the time. 99.9% stay wrong all the time in my world. I don't know about anybody else's. But I've worked with some of the best and some of the worst. I've been called all kind of names that I can stand up for myself, and I will take you to the mat with me. We don't go under the bus alone. You come with me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have, Candace Owens, Kyrie Irving, Kanye West, and we've got some more out there. I'm going to even throw Omarosa's name in there, but Omarosa woke up winter fast and got herself out of there.
Yep. Yeah, then you have people defending him, and he said, this one dude I saw on YouTube is the one dude, Jason Whitlock. He calling Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal. He had the nerve to call Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal overseers, but they're trying to buck brick Kyrie Irving. They trying to break him down and stuff. They overseers.
I remember that. No, I don't think so. Kyrie Irving brought this on himself. Didn't nobody else do this to him but him. Just like, what's his name? Kanye West. He's with the Kardashians. That's a whole nother thing right there.
Yeah, he did that. He did all this stuff to himself. Like you defending people that don't really care about you. They're not going to defend you. And with speaking of Candace Owens, like she basically, she's a tool. And if you look at her background, she had a case of racism back when she was in high school and stuff. And the NAACP and black folks came to her defense. And now she just turned her back on them for some money.
That's exactly right. Money makes the world go round. But, you can't, there's just a lot of things. And right now, today, I'm being kind of careful on the things I say because you don't know who listens to your podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't know. They listen, but you don't know the color, you don't know what they think, and you don't know what they do. So I'm kind of careful about what I say on your podcast. But if it was on mine, it would be all over. And look, just think what happened last week. Who got not kicked off MSNBC yesterday?
Yeah, Tiffany Cross.
Yeah, I'm going, what? I didn't understand that until Ross and my granddaughter called me and said, Tiffany Cross just got kicked off MSNBC. They didn't renew her contract. I said, what? I don't know. She said, for something that the conservatives are upset about. Well, hell, if you're not upset about, what's his name? Tucker Carlson, you're not upset about anybody.
Yep. I don't know what's going on with the whole Tiffany Cross situation. I think it basically had to do with something where she said black men need to fall in line, and I talked about that where that's not really good you saying that because it's going to alienate your base that you need the vote and everything else.
That's right. Oh, that's not nice. Well, I won't speak on that until I find out a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
And then I will speak on it. But I am waiting one day so that we can talk about Fox News. That's a very interesting subject there.
Yeah, Fox
So,
News is just they them Fox News people they just promoting lies and propaganda and stuff, and then they make stuff up, and then
yeah,
get people all hyped and everything, and then when they after they get mad when or they get shocked when somebody crazy
everybody says something
enacts.
to them
Yeah,
about something. So, but Kyrie and Kanye, well, I mean, I guess we could just sort of put them on the back burner. At least Kyrie is apologizing, but I think that's disgraceful. I mean, when you do something like that, no respect. You don't get he should not get any respect from anybody, black, white, green, nothing at all, because you do some dumb stuff like that, and then don't do shit that you got to apologize for.
yeah,
If you mean it, let it stand. Don't apologize for it. He didn't apologize for when he didn't want to get the vaccination, when he wanted to. He didn't apologize except to say, I'm sorry, people, I didn't get the vaccination. I don't know if I called. He didn't apologize for that. So why apologize for this? Why? Because this is going to cost you more money. Look at the money. Only because Nike don't want your ass. Come on. So now you apologizing to the people, to the folks. He's not apologizing to the black people. He's apologizing to the white man.
yeah. He
Okay.
apologizing and everything else, and it's just like, and people are like, oh, he's standing up. He's the next Muhammad Ali. He's standing up against evil and against injustice. I'm like, no, he's not. At least Muhammad Ali knew what he was talking about when he spoke out against the Vietnam War and everything. Kyrie Irving don't know what he's talking about. He didn't even know about the documentary. He said he didn't agree with everything that goes into it. If you don't agree with everything that goes into the documentary, why would you post it?
Exactly. First of all, why was he? He didn't even read the book. I don't know. Can the boy read? You look at half of something and you just make a decision on that, because my thing is if somebody told you, said, why don't you talk about this? Why don't you bring this up? Don't listen to what everybody tell you to do. You didn't read the book. And a lot of the people that made comments on either Twitter or whatever it was I was looking at, a lot of the people on there said the same thing. He didn't read the book. So he's looking at the documentary. And furthermore, this Ronald Dalton, I went back and I said, let me see what this dude is all about. Before I even got into getting the book, I looked at it and I said, no. And I went to look and see what his background was. Come on, somebody in his family was from the Haiti or the West Indies. And so it's tough. I'm not a happy camper today. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, it's just with him. It's just like my thing is this: when it comes to posting and stuff like that, you gotta watch what you post. You can't be just getting on there and stuff like that and posting and stuff or reposting what somebody already posted, and just like you don't even know what's in the documentary. You don't even know what's in there and stuff.
I always tell people, before and I have discovered, then there's a lot of people that simply don't know their history. And you got this white man out there trying to knock the history, and people like Kyrie Irving is not helping. You should be trying to help. If you know that these people don't want you to know your history, your job is to help young people learn about what is your history? Where did you come from? Why are you here? What are you doing? To advance the cause of your people, whatever their people are, black, white, green, pink. Most people don't understand that if people like him advance whatever he's doing for one race, you're going to bring everybody else is coming with you. That's how I look at it, And no point in me leaving you behind, because if I leave you guys, my thing is this: at least you don't have to post. If I am in, my mother had a saying like this. Let's say that the white folks is over there, and that's how I look at this election. This is beside this. We through with Kyrie Irving and Kanye West and how I feel about that.
Yeah, we're going beyond, Kyrie Irving and stuff like that. Yeah, because my final thoughts on him are this: like when it comes to him, listen, watch what you post. This is a big lesson for you. Watch what you post. Watch what you research before you even get into a topic and everything else. You don't just post something that you just randomly, Hebrews, Negroes, black empowerment. Let me post it. I'm like, you don't even know what's in there.
That's exactly
That's
right.
my final thoughts on that.
My thought to the young gentleman is this: if you make a statement and if you post, know what you're talking about, and if you post it and somebody said that it's not right, you should do this, don't apologize for what you know is right, what you know Anybody knows that's right. Don't apologize. If you feel that you're right, stick by your guns. Martin Luther King stuck by his guns because he knew voting rights and civil rights was the right thing to talk about. So if you felt that this book and what you saw was the right thing to do, you had nothing to apologize about. But since you apologize, you lose a lot of respect when you do things like that. Like the other brother said, don't talk about things that you don't know anything about. That's my thought for today.
Yep, that's the Black Evolution. We talked about, we're going to talk with season 4. This is the premiere. We're going to have more discussions like this. We're talking about controversial topics. We're going to talk about things that nobody would dare speak on. We're going to talk about things that will change the culture, will change minds, will change everybody's vision on how they see things. This is the Black Evolution. Yeah, this is the Grand Elder, and we will be signing off for today. Tune in for more episodes. Black Evolution Season 4. Tune in!